There are many stereotypes in the world, but the Sigma male is the one that receives the most flack. They are frequently stereotyped by society as odd, distant, and unapproachable. However, Sigma males are actually incredibly devoted and motivated people who refuse to be constrained by cultural norms. While they engage in a variety of activities, there are also a number of behaviors they never engage in. Sigmas never do the following 10 things. Number 1. Believing that they are superior than others. We frequently encounter individuals who believe they are superior to others due to their success, wealth, good appearance, or any other factor. Their egos soar and they develop superiority complexes once they attain a certain level of riches. They may begin to treat people disrespectfully since they have completely forgotten where they came from. They start to lose favor at this point. Give a man power to test his character, as Abraham Lincoln once stated. Sigma males are unique from other humans in this way. No matter what their origins, they all receive the same treatment. No matter how successful they are, they never believe that they are superior to anyone else. They oppose making judgments about others based on their personal histories or current situations. Instead, they treat everyone with dignity. Men frequently have the attitude that they are too important to accomplish certain things. They can believe it is beneath them to carry out certain responsibilities that are viewed as trivial or inconsequential, such as those of the doorman or waiter. They believe that is a trait of the weak. Sigma guys are not like this. No matter what their position or title, respect others and acknowledges their place in the world. Number 2. Having outbursts or losing their temper. A Sigma frequently avoids verbal and physical outbursts when they are feeling overwhelmed by an event or situation, unlike some people. In order to think rationally about the situation, they will maintain their cool and composure. If a waiter misunderstands their order, they won't yell and cause a scene. They would use their intelligence to reason calmly and assertively what they want. Sigmas possess the power of restraint. Because outbursts are viewed as childish and immature, Sigma men make an effort to avoid exhibiting them, even when provoked or enraged. Outbursts won't help them solve their problems. Instead, they'll make them worse. Because they have a certain amount of self-awareness, Sigma males can manage their emotions and conduct. Additionally, they are patient with others and do not snap at those who disagree with them or treat them unfairly. When angry, Sigma males utilize words to express their emotions in a calm, efficient manner, as opposed to an alpha who may unleash their inner wolf and cause a disturbance. They realize that sometimes it's best to take a moment to collect oneself and breathe deeply before responding. They are able to make their point with this kind of mature behavior without using violence or crazy behavior. Third, talk more than they listen. There are several reasons why people listen to others speak, including the desire to impress them. The less someone feels the need to prove themselves, the more confident they are. Because of this, Sigmas are constantly willing to listen and learn, frequently speaking only when necessary. If one pays close attention and is receptive to what is being said, they can learn a lot from dialogues. They can learn more by remaining silent than they could have by speaking. They would rather listen and comprehend what is being said than feel the urge to speak to fill the void. In high school, Sigmas frequently neglected their homework since they were focused in the classroom. They typically have a response that is more deliberative and perceptive than anybody else in the room when the teacher asks for their opinion. Sigmas understand the value of acquiring information before speaking up, so they don't talk more than they listen. Confucius once observed that a man who talks too much is rarely wise. This wisdom is embodied by Sigma men, enabling them to make wise choices. Number 4. Playing games with other people. Despite their quiet demeanor, Sigma males are fiercely independent and never engage in attention-seeking activities, such as mind games with others. Life is too valuable for Sigmas to be thrown away on useless and absurd activities. Instead, it should be tackled with clarity of thought and deliberate decision-making that is centered on personal advancement. They would never go so far as to try to trick someone or manipulate them. They respect themselves too much to act in such infantile ways. They can easily attract individuals using their charm and charisma, therefore they don't need to adopt strategies like these. Sigmas rarely need to employ other techniques while dealing with people because their carefree attitude about life is attractive in and of itself. Sigma men may be lone wolves, but they have high standards for themselves and others, never engaging in dishonest behavior. They also understand that sincere interactions are more advantageous than dishonest ones. The fifth is trying to influence something that is beyond their power. What happens to you in life doesn't matter as much as how you respond to it. Life is out of our hands, and that frequently causes worry and annoyance. We have no control over things like a traffic delay, bad weather, or the illness of a close relative. It would be pointless and harmful to try to change these circumstances. Sigma men won't make an effort to combat an uncontrollable force. A much better strategy is accepting the truth of the circumstance and looking for answers. You need to be aware that some things in life are unchangeable, but you shouldn't lose hope in the face of an uncontrollable circumstance. Be as focused as you can. You don't have to take everything that happens to you without a fight. But it's crucial to know when to say no and where to draw the line. You will have a happier life if you know when to give up and move on. Sigmas approach life's challenges in this way. They accept the things they cannot alter and focus their efforts on finding answers for the things they can. These ideas help people find serenity in even the most chaotic of circumstances. Sixth, being overly competitive. One typical objective that lots of people aim for is success. Sigma guys are aware that rivalry is not always essential or even advantageous. Sometimes they don't get caught up in the pressure to outperform those around them and instead concentrate on their own objectives. They are not required to dominate everything or establish their superiority over other competitors. Instead, they put their attention on improving themselves. They set realistic objectives for themselves and make an effort to achieve them in the manner that suits them best. Instead of trying to outdo others, one should strive to improve oneself. The only way to advance is to challenge oneself. They don't require external validation of their accomplishments. Success is about developing personally rather than succeeding. Sigma men put their attention within and don't get sidetracked by outside demands or rivalry. It's not always the best strategy to advance in life to be competitive. Letting others define them is number 7. Everyone in our life knows someone who may have their own definition of success. Although it's crucial to pay attention to some advice, you are ultimately responsible for deciding how to spend your life. It might be exhausting to hear every viewpoint, and you might end up going in the wrong direction. Sigma males don't let other people define them because they recognize their own value. When it comes to making decisions, they have their own ideas and seek counsel from those who genuinely care about them. Nowadays, many people are more worried about how others would see them. Attempts to bring you down could be made by them in an effort to feel better. Unfortunately, this kind of conduct happens all too frequently. Sigmas possess the fortitude to put aside outside demands and trust their gut feelings. They don't accept advice from others regarding their behavior or way of life. They live by their own rules because they don't care what other people think of them. Taking things at face value is number 8. Sigmas have perfected the ability to see that there is typically more to any given circumstance than meets the eye. Reading between the lines can frequently help you get better results because taking things at face value is rarely the wisest course of action. A crucial skill that can enable you to base decisions on facts rather than assumptions is the ability to spot the subtle hints and indicators in every circumstance. Additionally, Sigmas are aware of their own prejudices and don't allow them to influence their decisions. They employ logic and reason. They carefully consider issues before acting in any way rather than making snap decisions based on emotions. In order to maintain a balanced perspective, it's vital to be aware of underlying variables that are frequently not immediately visible. Sigma men are conscious of their own limitations and work to overcome them in order to comprehend any scenario better. A key quality that might keep you one step ahead is the capacity for critical thought. Instead of just believing what they are given, they are able to delve further, pose questions, and seek out a wider perspective. You must look past the surface if you want to obtain the complete picture, since not everything is as it seems. The 9th number, being with someone just for the sake of it. Finding a spouse who shares your beliefs and ambitions is the key to achieving true happiness. Although it can be tempting to get married for no other reason than that, this is a grave error. Sigmas don't jump into a relationship just because it's convenient. Rather, they take their time to find the appropriate partner. Finding the ideal partner takes time and effort, but it also increases the likelihood of a happy relationship and makes it more enjoyable. We frequently witness couples getting married as a result of advice from friends and family. However, this is not the best course of action. Even if it could appear like the simple solution, it will make you unhappy and regretful. Try to find someone who will bring out the best in you rather than settling down just because it is expected. Look for a companion who will inspire, motivate, and help you be the best version of yourself. If a relationship isn't working, then something is wrong. Sigmas have no problem breaking off relationships and moving on. Don't accept anything less than what you deserve because, as the adage goes, it's better to be alone than in poor company. 10th, wasting time on pointless things. Time is valuable, and Sigma men are acutely aware of this. They won't waste time on pursuits that offer no advantage to them. Their attention is on things that will improve their life, Therefore, there is little opportunity for frivolity or inaction. Not that Sigmas never enjoy themselves. They simply realize that in order to be productive, time must be spent carefully. They strive to avoid hobbies that won't ultimately improve their life, such as continually scrolling through social media or playing video games for hours. It is a different matter if people are getting paid to play games. They put their money and attention into things that will pay them back because they recognize the worth of time. Even then, they will have a strategy in place for successfully and efficiently managing their time. If you don't manage your time well, your life can pass you in a blink of an eye. Of course, this doesn't stop them from taking weekends off to see a movie or relax. It simply means that they don't waste their energy on activities that won't enable them to accomplish their objectives when it's time to be productive.